I'm Amy Smith, and I'm going to review The Power of Habit, Why We Do the Things We Do in Life and in Business by Charles Duhigg. I'll cover the method of habit formation, the method of habit change, and I'll give some examples along the way. How we start a habit is the habit loop. The loop contains our first action, which is a cue. The cue is the condition that sets the habit into motion. Then you have the routine. The routine is the action that you take, and it's the action that forms the habit. And then you have the reward. What is accomplished? What's the result? And is it pleasurable? When the loop is done repeatedly, we form the habit. It creates an effortless thought. The habit allows our brains to do effortless actions and allowing the brain to be creative or critical think or focus on other things. For example, when you're learning to ride a bike, you concentrate on your pedaling and balance and steering, and you fail many times. But then when you get it all together, you're able to ride the bike effortlessly, and you can then focus on the environment around you. And you can see stop signs, cars, and when the street turns, or any other environmental need. We practice over and over again to master, and we enjoy all the surroundings. I call it muscle memory. And if you've ever heard the term, it's like riding a bike. A personal habit of mine was eating chocolate before bedtime. My cue was my stress from a teenage daughter. My routine was eating the chocolate before I went to bed. And my reward was the pleasure from the serotonin and dopamine entering my brain and my pleasure center. The stressor of my daughter became constant, and the loop was repeated over and over again, and it became a habit. Now, the important part here is, how do you change habits? Now that we know how they start. Once the habit is known, you must replace the action, and only the action. The cue and the reward remain the same. Kind of like bike riding. It's like our brains know and have stored that pattern, and we know exactly how to ride a bike years after we quit riding one. It's like your brain cannot actually erase that chain. So to change the habit for my chocolate eating, first I quit buying chocolate. But then after that, the cues of my daughter's stressing remained the same. My routine, although rather than eating the chocolate, it changed. I started to listen to music before I went to bed. And my reward remained the same. It was pleasure. But in addition to the pleasure, I got more relaxation and better sleep. The new habit resulted, unfortunately, into a 15-pound weight gain. So I'm happy to report that I have now lost 20 pounds since I have changed my habit. But it's been with the help of Noom, which uses this concept of habit change and replacement of the action for new results. As a nurse practitioner, we'll need to apply this habit loop for many of our patients for wellness. For example, how to incorporate exercise, how to incorporate weight loss, like in my case, possibly even alcohol consumption, picking at skin. There's numerous things that people have habits of that can be detrimental to their health. Well, thank you very much for listening. Stay safe and stay well.